This is the Amazing Spider-Man by Hot Toys. I will call it like 2.0 because I remember there's this very first version that I've been eyeing to get it, back then, like that was like 5 years or 6 years ago before the pandemic. And I remember there's this one store has that, and then it's displayed outside their store, and I'm on the fence on getting that because I really wanted to get the Amazing Spider-Man with the head sculpt of Andrew Garfield. But then I waited for for that store to mark down their price, but it didn't happen. But at least good decision. I mean, like I didn't get that. I didn't bought that because otherwise, I'm kind of like gonna be like regret like why I get that. Because Hot Toys announced or Hot Toys released this new version or this 2.0, and it's almost the same price. And well, this one costs a little bit more expensive because of the base, because this is the deluxe version. It comes with a really huge base, or actually not huge but tall base right here, and it costs like around 2,000 Hong Kong dollars. Like, and then if you're going to compare to that price, that very first version, it's around like 1,600 Hong Kong dollars, which is like very close price. And then of course this is there are difference, probably the difference between that one to this. I don't have the first version, is better details on the suit, better quality, the body that they use in terms of doing some articulation, some poses, and the headpiece, and of course the newly developed head sculpt of Andrew Garfield, which is absolutely stunning, in my honest opinion. And yes, and if you're going to buy this one, there's this one big issue, like just in case, I just want to warn you guys. If you saw my ASMR unboxing, and the headpiece keeps falling, it comes up so easily, especially when doing some poses, or like let's say you're trying to play with your figure, and then the head sculpt keeps falling. Of course, that's gonna be annoying, right? So just in case you're going to buy it from resellers or like outside or overseas, aside from Sideshow, maybe you could ship it back and exchange it, right? You could email them. But of course, if you're going to buy it overseas and you don't know what you're going to get, and then you're gonna receive this kind of like a loose part right here, because this part right here is, I don't know, like it's not really sitting in properly, or it's not really fit to the joint. So I tried to fix it already, like pushing out to the side to really grab the headpiece, but still not that really good. Although actually even the neck part, the gap part here on the neck, it's kind of like not really good, just like the well, not so really obvious compared to the Tobey Maguire version, the new version from the No Way Home. So this one is still a bit like flat now, a bit like okay, but still not good, in my honest opinion. I mean, like for that price, and it's already upgraded, and still they didn't think about like you should fix this one, this gap part to to connect to the body. But well, it is what it is. I mean, like if you don't like it, maybe don't buy it. Honestly. But this one, yeah, again, it's still not sitting properly. I find it like I would say like not so good. Probably some of you guys gonna be like okay, I mean like this issue is not that really big deal for you. I mean you could easily fix that, like you're okay to live with that, that gap. I think that's totally fine. But then for those who actually wants to like better option, I mean like if you have other option, but of course no, right? You might want to ask your resellers to check it first, a better one, not just like a figure and then there's some problem, there's like part piece here that kind of like annoying, not gonna like it, you're not happy with it. So yeah, so just don't forget to ask your reseller. So anyway, but anyway, before we dive into this figure, let's check the other stuff that comes with this one. So aside from the accessories here, we got I just want to share my thoughts on this art box right here, which is pretty cool. Absolutely fantastic, especially the colors, like vibrant. You can see right there, pretty nice print. I would say like very eye-catchy. I like it. Like just like the other Spider-Man, box art. And compared to the Superman figure, that one's like kind of like pretty cheap. This one is actually pretty nice. The quality of the box, yeah, just like the usual one, for Spider-Man figure, especially movie masterpiece. And yeah, I like it. If you're going to keep this one, I think it's fine. But if you don't need it, like if you're going to keep the figure forever, you're not really, I mean like you're not gonna sell it in the future, then you can just throw this away and then just keep this box right here, and then you could use it as a backdrop. Or of course, probably not a good idea to use this as a backdrop because it's almost the same color, so you're not gonna notice the figure, right? So anyway, yes, that's the art box. I think that's okay. If you want to keep it or not, you can throw it away. And we got a lot of stuff right here. We got the interchangeable hands, 4 pairs. We got a lot of accessories like the camera, which is my favorite one. This is, I think this is the part of the special edition. Yeah, this is special edition. Camera, and then the eyes, interchangeable eyes expression. And of course, we got the head sculpt of Andrew Garfield, which is absolutely beautiful. We got the backpack right here, and of course the skateboard, which is amazing as well. We got some mask, extra mask right here to hold it. So once you use the head sculpt of Andrew Garfield, we got some really cool web strings right here. I forgot which version of figure of Spider-Man that has this one as well. So not the usual one now with the styrofoam thing. And then we got the interchangeable palm, we got the holder, waist holder, we got the wrist peg right here, 2 pieces. We got this piece right here to attach to the base, which is absolutely fantastic as well. Which is, of course, you're gonna think about it like where you're going to display this because it's too tall, very tall. I mean, like I don't know where I'm going to display, probably on the top shelf, you know. And that's it, like pretty cool base right here. So we're gonna talk about that later. So I'm gonna switch my camera to the top so you guys can see it properly. Or I could show you guys more the details and I could explain more. And let's talk about it. Let's go. Okay, let's straight ahead to the figure. Let's check the articulations because this one has a big range of motion, and you're probably gonna enjoy, you know, playing with this one, especially doing some poses. So from the head, well, except the head, I think yeah, I saw something like kind of like blocking the range of motion, like just looking to the side because of the suit, which is kind of like, you know, like natural look, you know, I would say. And yeah, looking up, but yeah, see, that's the problem I'm getting on this one. Since it's not that really so tight to the adapter, so once you move the head up like this, the whole headpiece also moving, you know, towards to upward position. So yeah, not that really good. And then look down, it's fine, you know, I would say like this, but still, oops, yeah, that one's moving. So I mean, like joints is probably better, you know, if they use joints, right, instead of like, you know, using this adapter. But anyway, that's it for the head. All the way up there. I really like that one, you know, like raising the arms from the bottom and all the way up. Like, I mean, like probably you it's actually pretty cool, you know, because usually we're gonna move the arms coming from the, oops, ooh, I heard some. But anyway, yeah, this is the range of motion. I mean, like, yeah, once you move the arms coming from the, you know, coming from the bottom and then racing forward, that's how, you know, a big the range of motion, you know, all the way above 90 degrees and almost 180 actually. Actually, we could do 180 here. Is you just need to like do it slowly, but I think it should be fine, you know. I mean, if you don't care about like those stitches, probably should be fine. Same at this side, like it. I like the sound, like a lot of ratchet joints there, like even the shoulder joints, right? And there's also movement on the shoulder, you know, like moving forward and back, so you could really squeeze it, like if you want to do some more like posing the arms to the front, you know. Oops, yeah, that one's also kind of problem too, so not so tight to the wrist peg, but anyway, not that really big deal compared to the head. See, yeah, I like this part. Oh my gosh, right, that round back, wow. Nice, because of the shoulder movement. That was really cool. And then elbows, not ratchet joints, not, I would say like a bit double jointed, but not really super double jointed, right? You could be able to like really close the arms to the, I mean like the forearm to the biceps. But I think it's fine, not a really big deal. And then this one standard, I would say, like, you know, I'm not gonna move this one, but then it's okay, you know. And then that's it for the whole, oh sorry, the swivels. It's pretty cool as well. Yes. Okay, and then moving on to the upper body here. That was like big crunch right there. Bam. arch. Oof. Oof. Probably that's the max. Yeah, of course, you do want to break your figure. I mean, I think that's fine. And the twist actually really nice. That's perfect. And then you're gonna crunch in that one. Amazing. Upper torso actually doesn't have any joint in the upper torso. So more on this part right here. Yeah, I couldn't feel. Actually, there is. You kind of like, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so it has a big range of motion in the upper body, on the waist part, and the legs side. There you go. Oof, I love it. And so I've been doing that, ratchet joints ever since, like, yeah, I like that, those sounds. Like, I always enjoy, like, listening to those sounds. And then for the ankle side, I think it's okay. It looks good. And then with the toe articulation as well, that's it. Not that really super, like, bend. I feel like I broke it. It looks like that no, I thought I broke it. But anyway, yeah. And then, of course, the ankle twist, point flex. Fantastic. Oops. Ooh, heard some click there. Okay, I think that's it for the article. See, again, the head piece keeps moving around. Like, even I didn't touch it, right? So that's how I would call it. Like, I would say, like, loose, quite loose, not that really tight to the adapter. But anyway, that's it for the articulations. I think it looks great, right? I mean, like, you probably gonna have fun doing some dynamic poses on this video. And of course, for the hands, I think this one looks great as well. I love the paint applications, and especially the web shooting gesture, holding the spider web strings, which is right here. A pair of hands, and a pair of fist gesture. I think it looks great. Yeah, nice paint application and details, fantastic. And of course, you're also gonna get these wrist peg 2 pieces. We got this interchangeable palm for the web shooting gesture as well. So let me try this one so you guys can see it. This is right here, and we got this mobile phone right here. It looks like a flip top, but then it looks pretty cool, right? Very straightforward and simple. And we got the extra mask right here, which is also pretty cool. I think it's pretty much the same with the the first version, of course, probably not really the same. And then, of course, the quality, the colors, the details on those web patterns, it looks pretty good. And then, of course, the goggles, or the which is the glasses of this suit, headpiece. Yes, cool. And then we got the backpack right here. What I really like about this backpack is, there's some zippers that we could put something, inside of it, which is the the hands, that I don't need to worry about it, like putting on the plastic, and then taking care of. So at least, yeah, I could put all even the cameras, actually, yeah, the camera included. And that's it. The wrist bag. You could put something here. And of course, with the skateboard, which is also pretty cool, with some spinning wheel. Nice. Not movable. How would you call this one? Track. Yes. And then the board itself, you're gonna shoot it here. You could. There you go. That's absolutely fantastic. Right? Or somewhere around here. And of course, these interchangeable goggles or glass. So this is magnetically designed. The difference between these two is actually this is the exclusive one. This one is a bit more, I don't know, like vibrant, like, whereas this one is like a bit darker color. See? So next up is this camera piece right here, which is my favorite one. I really like it. I mean, like the paint application, the details, the lens, the body, even the straps, like absolutely fantastic. And we got interchangeable top part, which is like, instead of like removing or attaching a flash, like camera flash accessories, they're gonna exchange it. I don't remember actually if there is like real, like I think, yeah, probably, I don't know. I'm not sure if there is like a camera, something like this, that you could be able to move the top piece and then exchange it with the complete accessories for the flash and everything, or they just don't want to, add some extra flash and some accessories here to attach it to the top piece, right? So that one's like a bit harder to assemble. So this one's easier. Okay, easy to attach and detach. That's it. Which is, I like this one with the camera flash compared to this one. Yeah, this one, like, yeah, for simple, style. But this one, I really like it. Dang, I love it. Okay, anyway, moving on to this web strings right here, which is absolutely fantastic. I love the different shape of this one, so you could be able to play around, with some poses. Pretty cool shooting. Yeah, only one. Usually we have like three. We usually get something like this, like four or three pieces of this, or two pieces, and then three long pieces of this, which is like not that really usable. So anyway, and then lastly, before the base, this is the head sculpt of Andrew Garfield right here, which is absolutely beautiful. Look at that, especially the details, the skin tone, the texture, absolutely fantastic. In my honest opinion, I love those blood stains, like scratches on his face, and that's Andrew Garfield right there, right? Peter Parker, like, wow. Hair sculpt, fantastic as well. Overall look, I think the likeness to Andrew, like, pretty spot on. I would say like 99%. In my honest opinion, nice, amazing. So that's the one factor that you're probably going to purchase this one, aside from the suit. And of course, last but definitely not the least is the base, which is like absolutely incredible as well. Especially the details, the paint application, on the platform, this tower right here, pretty cool. And then this one, of course, it has some light up function, and then also this one is movable, so we could tilt this one to add some effect on doing some poses, which is like kind of like scary to move. See that? That's like, earlier it was fine. Now, kind of hard. You just need to be very careful on this one. You just need to hold the bottom part and in here, because otherwise, if you're going to hold it here or somewhere, like, nah, you're gonna break it. There you go. So kind of like cool, to add the, well, it's supposed to be here. Yes, kind of like this. So we could stand the base here, then it will be more like, I don't know, kind of like here. And the Spider-Man gonna stand here, then more like tilt to the other side. Then that looks cool, right? That one's better. And I'm not sure why there's some hole here. But anyway, this one is here to make it taller and higher, which is probably you're not gonna use it as well. I mean, you probably, well, if you have space, I think it's fine. Kind of like, from the, I don't know, like Return of the Jedi. Oh, no. Yeah, the Luke Skywalker. What is this? Like diorama piece as well. Okay, and then let's try the light up function. This is gonna be fun. I mean, like, even though not that really doesn't have a lot of like lights, but I think it's fine. Still usable, I would say. Bam. Especially those, pulsing effect, right? And then here, not pulsing, but just one solid light on the top. There you go. Okay, amazing. All right, I think that's it. So, just a quick, review on this one. I think everything looks great. I mean, like, I don't need to, like, really explain in detail. Sorry, not only the red bulbs here. There's also light there. I didn't notice that. Yeah, there's a white light here as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, overall this base, like, absolutely incredible. There you go. So this is how it looks like, like everything. Oh yeah, also this one, this round shaped spider web, also pretty cool. And if I'm going to exchange this one, see, right, like this, pretty amazing, right? Of course, if you want to wear the kind of weird, right? I mean, like if you're going to wear the what is this, the camera with that face of Andrew Garfield, then he came from a battle, right? So kind of like, ooh. So I kind of like smell that, kind of like guessing like probably Hatto is going to make the lizard, right? So the lizard man. So probably, hopefully, yeah. I mean, like we're not 100% sure yet, but I think it's very easy for them to, make that lizard man. So yeah, I'm gonna do some poses holding the camera. So because it's gonna take like, I mean, it's gonna it needs a lot. I need a little bit of patience, like when putting that camera to his hand. But it's kind of like this, But also, there's a specific hand gesture for the camera, but it looks like this one right here also for the mobile phone. And then for the others, like open hands, like holding the ground, the floor, the wall, shooting gesture, web shooting gesture, and then holding the web string. So that was very specific. But this one for the camera, I think it looks like this. There's no other options. And if you're going to add the backpack, yes, there you go. Pretty amazing. All right. So I don't need to actually like review the details on the suit, but I think it's pretty accurate. I don't see any like doesn't look good. I think the overall look of the suit is amazing. Honestly, it's pretty spot on, and the stitches, it's big, but it's not that really like, it doesn't look clean. I think this one is a little bit cleaner than the usual. So, and then the body type that they use, I think it's also pretty accurate. I would say. Okay, and then the head sculpt again, likeness. I think it looks great. Very spot. I mean, like it's pretty spot on. So yeah, I think that's about it. That's the overall, um, my overall review on this figure. And final thoughts. I think everything looks great. I think it is a great looking piece. It is, definitely a must buy, a must have figure to any Spider-Man fans out there or diehard fan out there. If you like the Andrew Garfield version, the Amazing Spider-Man, I think you should definitely get this one. You should definitely add this to your collection, to your Spider-Man collection. However, there's again that's one thing that I mentioned earlier, which is the kind of like a big issue, especially the joint. So you might want to check that out first before purchasing this one to any resellers that you don't know, or like you're not confident with them. So better to ask them to check this out first before buying it. So, but overall, man, that is a no-brainer figure, honestly, especially with that Andrew Garfield head sculpt, like absolutely fantastic. Oh, yeah, of course, if you have space, better to get the base as well. Okay, I think that's about it. And let me know what you think about this figure as well. And feel free to comment down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Until then, see you in the next one. Peace. I have some, throat, uh, kind of like not so good. Sorry about that. Peace. Peace out.